someone requested I did something with pikes. So, I decided to do the most difficult thing I could find, which is the Macedon pike against Roman legionaries. As you can see, they outnumber me in cavalry and in archers, so I hope that my unit quality and superior tactics will save the day. Now, you may recall the Battle of Pydna, where a certain Roman general defeated the Macedons and, well, basically conquered all of Macedon. The general's name was Lucius Aemilius Paulus. Now remember that this was before the Marian reformation of the Roman army in about 100 BC. This was 168 BC. So the Roman army would have consisted of Hastati, Princeps and Triarii. But here I've just gone for a mixture to match up with my own units. But as you can see, there is no way that I can cover their entire line with my line. So I'm faced with a similar problem as Alexander had at the Battle of Gaugamela, where his 40,000 Macedons faced 200,000 Persians. Now what he did was an echelon attack into the center, and he sent his cavalry around along his own right flank. He saw a gap in the Persian line, and he utilized that gap with his cavalry to go in, rout the center of the levy infantry, and then turn around and help out his own infantry in the end. So anyway, my plan here was to get him to attack a refused line, and I would have refused my left side, as you see here in the formation, because I've put all my cavalry on the right side. He's not falling for that. The AI is still very static in its decision making, so I have to take a different approach. I'll pull my general out of the right flank and pull him into the center, and I'll keep moving my unit forward until I make contact. Now he does have significant superiority in missile weapons, so I can't even send my slingers out to try and entice him to battle. It doesn't really work. So I basically have to go and engage him, which is something I don't really want to do because I'm in dire danger here of getting sandwiched as soon as he starts moving. But we'll see how it goes. His flanks, if I can lure the cavalry away, only covered by archers, but I probably can't because I have nothing to lure them with. So what to do? I'll basically keep moving forward like this with a reversed left flank, and at some point I'll go into an echelon attack where I'll try and draw his units to the center and then swing my left in to finish the job, and then finish with the cavalry from the right. He's not really doing anything, so my men are advancing under fire. I'm not really keen on this. Also, given the small shields that the Macedons have, they're not like the scutums of the legionnaires. But as long as I keep a steady line, the hoplite pikes should be somewhat effective at keeping the gladius of the legionnaires at bay. Here they go. They send in their first line of infantry, and I'm thinking, I'm outgunned here. I'm going to take my cavalry and just smash into their right flank, and if nothing else, pull a lot of units over there while I deal with that infantry in the center. He doesn't seem to be wanting to do anything to my left flank, so that's left untouched. I'll swoop that around as soon as I get the opportunity. Now he's clever there in sending some triarii after my cavalry. There you go, smacked a couple of units, and then I'm trying to pull out, just draw him out as much as I can, make sure I don't get bundled up with all of his units. I probably won't win the fight on the right flank, but I will probably draw it to a standstill and hope that my center can do the work. Now again, I've kept my missile infantry in the center, and they've done a good job of taking care of the archers on my left, and now I can swing around. As you see, I'm swinging my left flank around, using my right flank as a hinge, doing a 90 degree wheel, and attacking into the flank of his infantry. And that's going to be of good use, I'm sure. He sends some cavalry into that cluster of people that was silly. My cavalry is basically occupying 4 fresh units. That's alright. Not spectacular, nothing spectacular in that tactically, but yeah, it's okay. And I seem to be getting the upper hand in the center. My cavalry is almost dead. His archers seem to be the only really fresh units he's got left. The rest seem to be pretty battered. So I'll try and create some kind of coherence here in the center again. Create a line even. He's got some infantry chasing my cavalry. That is a blunder. Yeah, you never do that. You got to catch them, and if you don't catch them, you cannot pursue them with your infantry. You know, because one of two things are going to happen: either A, you're going to waste your time, or B, he's going to be clever, surround you, and defeat you in detail. So never ever do that. Here we go. I've got my cavalry back in the action, hitting the rear of the center. I was about to say line, but should we just say blob or mess? I've got my general engaged as well. And basically I own the center now. He sent some more infantry off chasing my skirmishers. Again, not the best move. Napoleon always said find the main body of the enemy and destroy it. And clearly this guy's not doing this. His troops are spread all over the map, and I'm only fighting a small portion of his army at any given time, with the majority of my main striking force, which is now my pikemen in the center. So I guess this battle shows both the weaknesses and the strengths of the pikemen. Obviously, you know, I'm close to getting a real beating here. The strength is the defensive strength. They can stand still and they can hold stuff off, but as soon as the formation is broken, they find it very, very hard to keep that defense up, and a clever human opponent would have created a breach in my line. I was almost able to keep a continuous line, but that breach he would then exploit, put 2 units into it, and start attacking the flanks of the 2 units on the side of the breach. He didn't do that, and you know, he's got units running around all over the place, which saves my day. So I'm not a big fan of pike infantry myself. I think it's too inflexible. It's like a one-trick pony, and it's not a very good trick. If you're an intelligent opponent, you can always go around it. So this was done on request. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if there are more things you would like me to try out and see what I can do with. So until next time, stay frosty.